Child predators lurk under society's nose every day, actively seeking naive and vulnerable children. But what happens when the child turns out to be a cop? Here are 5 pedos who tried to meet up with minors but were surprised by the police instead. Beginning with the case of 43-year-old Jason Bowers. In May of 2022, police launched an internet sting operation aimed at catching predators who were attempting to solicit minors online. On June the 2nd, the team came across a disturbing post on a personal ad site titled Daddy for Little. The ad would very briefly state, "I'm a married professional looking to be discreet. Daddy role for little to take care of. I'm in Rochester. Let's vibe on." The decoy, an officer posing as a 15-year-old girl, replied to the post, and over the next 8 days, Jason sent the decoy pictures of his daily activities, including photos of himself inside the hospital in Rochester, Minnesota, where he worked. After repeatedly insisting that they talk over the phone, Jason even asked the decoy to video chat in order to confirm that she was not a police officer, noting that he could get in big trouble if their conversations were being monitored. On the 8th day, Jason made up his mind and got into the car to make the 2.5-hour drive from Minnesota to Cumberland, Wisconsin, where he was expecting to meet his little. But what he was met with instead was a fleet of officers and DCI agents as he pulled into the designated meeting spot.
Right there.
Sharp, put your hands up! Put your hands out the window! Slowly grab your keys and step out of your vehicle. Hands up, face away from me. Step out, face away from me. Face away from me. Slowly walk back with their hands up. Face away.
Get down on your knees.
Is anyone else in the car? Are there any guns in the car or anything like that? Okay. He said no one else is in the car. Hatch is clear.
I got this right.
Okay.
Of course not. He's actually being arrested, namely for violation of Wisconsin Statute 948.075, which states that the use of a device to communicate with an individual who the actor believes has not attained the age of 16 years with intent to have intimate contact or intercourse is a felony if intent to follow through with the plan can be proven. And unfortunately for Jason, the 2006 case State versus Schulpius established that the act of driving to a destination for the purpose of meeting up with a minor does satisfy proof of intent in the state of Wisconsin. In other words, Jason is screwed.
Pictures here before Rich takes the vehicle.
Okay.
So, there's a whole bunch of bags and stuff inside, and I see there's like shooting targets, so there might be a gun in there somewhere. But yeah, just take pictures of everything and then just grab anything you find. So
I'm gonna go back to that.
Electronics, we need to take.
Did he have a phone on him, or is it in the car?
It's in the car, I
Okay,
believe. He
perfect.
did not have a phone on him, but he should have 2 phones.
Okay, so it's pretty much take anything?
Anything electronic and anything, like he said he was going to bring protection if he was going to use it, so anything like that, and then...
Yeah, if there's condoms or anything related to this, let's
picture everything
photograph
else
it,
then?
Yep.
and then you'll take it as evidence.
It's a cell phone, you have to take a picture of the cell phone?
Yeah.
I took a picture of that.
Got that? Okay.
Can you take a picture of that lube that was in that bag?
How can he come here? Well, I mean, there is a lunch packed in the back. Maybe he didn't want to use his card to bring anything. That's why it smells like weed. I got weed.
Really?
Anybody want some?
Where was that in that little red thing?
Yep. Just
Here, put it back.
Inside Jason's car, officers found not only a handgun, but a small container of cannabis and a tube of lubricant. Decoys will typically ask the suspect to bring something with them to the meeting, or they'll take note of anything the suspect says they will bring. The presence of items previously mentioned in conversations, especially items of a lewd or explicit nature, serve as further evidence of the suspect's intent to follow through with the crime.
Step on. I'm gonna walk around the back of the squad. Walking. Go back into that room. Not at the moment. Let's get down over here.
I'll have you take your seat back there and take your shoes off on me.
Jason is processed without incident and then taken to the nearby jail. A search of his phone would later reveal that it wasn't the first of Jason's meetups. Alarmingly, he had several message threads between himself and local couples, arranging to meet up at hotels and other hookup spots. Soon afterwards, Jason would be charged with 2 felonies: attempted second-degree sexual assault of a child and the use of a computer to facilitate a child sex crime. He took a plea deal the following year and was convicted of second-degree attempted sexual assault and is currently serving 3 years in prison, after which he'll be under extended supervision for 7 years. But unlike our last suspect, it took 29-year-old Ryan Burton just 3 hours to take the bait.
How you doing, man?
On July the 6th of 2021, in a similar online operation, an officer posing as a 15-year-old girl was approached by 29-year-old Ryan Burton through a popular social network. To the detective's surprise, it took Ryan only a couple of hours to begin sending the decoy lewd messages and photos of himself. Ryan didn't let up even after the decoy brought up that they were 15 years old, and he even agreed to meet later that very same day. The officers provided Ryan the address and eagerly awaited his arrival.
Be at the front door now, in case if you want to walk in. Take them, take them.
How you doing? How you doing, man? Good, good. My name's Detective Ross, but I'm with La Crosse Police Department. Can you take your hands out of your pockets for me?
Yeah.
What's your name, sir?
Brian?
Ryan, okay. Any weapons with you today?
No.
Okay. If you just want to put your hands on top of your head, I'm just going to pat you down, make sure you got no weapons with you today.
We're at the police department as well, sir. See our badge?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Good.
Right. You like?
Yeah.
Just put your hands behind your back.
You got cuffs?
Yeah, the line country.
You okay? You not hurt, Brian?
I'm good.
Good.
Yeah, be taking them.
Just going to check these things for fit. What's your last name, Brian?
It's Ryan with an R. Where's
Oh,
your ID
Ryan,
at?
I'm sorry.
In my car. Where are your keys at? I'm gonna get your ID. It's in my pocket here. Where is your ID at so I can confirm who you're talking about? It's in the middle compartment of my car. Can I go get your ID for you, please?
Keys are in this pocket?
Other pocket.
This
one right here? Yep. It's in the middle console then?
Copy, I'll go back to the main channel.
Yeah. Alright. And I can go grab your ID? Yep. Thank you. Last name spelling Boy, Union, Robert, Tom, Ocean, Nora. First name is Ryan.
With the police department here, we're going to have a car come over and transport you back to the station. Read you your Miranda rights, try to ask you a few questions, and we'll go from there, okay?
This other ID, is this your relation to you?
Yes.
It's not stolen or anything?
No.
Is it?
White.
Alright.
So you say Ryan?
Ryan, yeah.
Hey Ryan, I'm Officer Howell, La Crosse Police. You have anything on you that's going to stick me or poke me, anything sharp?
No.
Can you separate your feet, please?
In his pocket. Grab his phone from there, okay, bud?
IDs, one for your wife, one for him, and wallet was in the center console, which is in the permission again.
I mean, you guys saw him walk up to his door? Yeah. He told me it was locked.
Was it locked? He obviously tried to get in. He had his head on a swivel.
Okay.
Through the alley.
Well, it's the fastest traveler investigation I've ever had.
Damn.
It's sad.
He's married too.
He told me he was married. Car seat in the back seat.
It's startling just how many of these predators have children of their own, yet they still demonstrate a bold inability to empathize with the parents of their potential victim. The irony in this is that the offender often ends up losing the rights to their own children as a result. But what's even more shocking than the car seat is a diary entry officers found inside a journal in the passenger seat.
Domino's Pizza. Do you have that on any of the?
He sent one picture and it was from his neck down and he was
Okay.
naked.
Okay. Both therapists mentioned that I had nonverbal cues that I was uncomfortable when talking about what happened. After some reflection, I think this is because I've always felt like I'm a good person, I'm kind, but this has turned me into a predator, and that makes me very uncomfortable.
Wow. Why don't we just take that whole thing?
Okay.
You ever been placed under arrest before?
Yes.
This is the police department. This isn't the jail.
Yep.
We're gonna walk around the spot. Here's this way. I didn't start. I don't know the case number or anything.
I'll grab it.
You.
Because I don't even know it yet.
Yeah.
You know why you're here?
No.
Okay. Well, I have an investigation that's open, and you're involved in it.
Okay.
All right. But it's a pretty serious allegation. So Ryan, obviously you're here. You were taken into custody this evening, okay, for a reason. I got an open investigation. I investigate crimes against kids.
Okay.
All right. Does that ring a bell?
No.
Okay. You still have no idea why you're here? Okay. I'm going to read you your Miranda rights, okay? Because I'd like to talk to you about why you're here, but obviously I can't talk to you without first protecting you. Okay. Does that make sense to you?
Yep.
Ryan would be informed of his rights prior to questioning and chose not to talk to detectives, but it ultimately wouldn't matter. The awkward suspect was taken to jail and charged with using a computer to facilitate a sex crime, an attempted second-degree, assault of a minor. He's free on bond and awaiting court, during which time he's not allowed to access his 2 biological children and is allowed only limited access to his stepchild and the internet. Perhaps Ryan could learn some pointers from 43-year-old Chad Von Swole, who goes for a more charming approach, pulling up with Chick-fil-A and contraceptives.
Sheriff's Office!
Get your hands out of your pocket. Get your hands on your back.
In early November of 2022, a team consisting of both deputies and FBI agents was running an online operation when they would receive a message from an adult male on the Whisper app. When the decoy emphasized that she was 15, he responded, "I like younger girls," and then in a subsequent message said, "But talking to a 15-year-old could get me in a lot of trouble." The decoy replied, "As long as it doesn't weird you out that I'm 15, to which Chad responded, "Not at all. I told you, that is really hot to me." From there, the conversations turned more explicit, with Chad detailing the acts he wished to perform upon the teenager. Days later, on November the 7th, Chad hit the road from Burlington to Mount Pleasant, Wisconsin, approximately 30 minutes to where the teenager was allegedly waiting at home alone.
That's him.
He's here. He's here.
Show me your hands! Get down on the ground, do it now! Get down on the ground!
On the ground!
Sheriff's office! Get your hands out of your pocket. Get your hands behind your back.
Go in.
You guys can come up.
Got anything on you? Any kind of weapons?
No. Knives, anything that's gonna poke me, stab me?
You got gloves on?
Here, stand up.
We'll go check the vehicle.
Yeah.
Camera.
Nothing?
5-4, one in custody.
Is it in your waistband?
No.
Did you throw his key fob in there?
Got a key right here.
So who's gonna, what? Who's gonna pee at it? Can we, seriously, does somebody have like a camera or something to still take pictures
And I
of it?
have-
We can, we don't
I have my camera.
Alright. We'll have you take a seat right here. Just watch your going in.
Go ahead, sit.
At least the creep was kind enough to grab lunch for the army of police officers waiting for him. In addition to the Chick-fil-A, which he told the decoy he'd bring, Chad was also found with contraceptives in his pocket, which proved what would have happened if a poor teenage girl had actually been waiting there alone when he arrived. Chad would then be transported back to the sheriff's office and charged with felony use of a computer to facilitate a child's crime, in addition to a citation for driving on a suspended license. His $25,000 bond came with the condition that he stay off the internet and away from any female minors. We wish the next suspect had simply brought a hot meal, but 65-year-old Jeffrey Subert brought a much more sinister gift for the teenager, a syringe full of meth.
What was your plan when you got to Midas today?
Have some fun.
A Facebook decoy received a message from Jeffrey in May of 2023. The decoy, this time a 15-year-old boy, emphasized to Jeffrey that he was 15, to which Jeffrey responded, "Yeah, sounds good." But despite this acknowledgement that the decoy was underage, Jeffrey continued to pursue the teen. The decoy stated his age once again in a message, describing himself as 150 pounds, 15 years old, and normal size. Jeffrey quaintly replied, "Nice, so are you gay or what?" Jeffrey's ultimate opinion of the decoy's age was, "Since you not of age, we can do whatever you want to do." Truly, a new level of stupid. But it didn't end there. He then went on to make several unsettling statements to the fictitious teenager, mentioning his love of feet and describing other lewd interests. To everyone's shock, he even asked the decoy if he wanted him to bring methamphetamine. 2 days later, Jeffrey was on his way to a closed-down auto shop where he agreed to pick the young boy up. And unbeknownst to him, police officers were there to pick him up.
I'm ready.
Window up. Seatbelts off.
You saw my message to come in.
Moving around. You grabbing something in the passenger seat?
Let me know if he goes to that door. I gotta duck down.
My door.
If he goes towards the other door, if he does that, there's potential he sees a squad car.
Getting out.
Why don't you ask him if he's
Walking in, my door.
Just get him right away, Pete. Go.
Hey, how are ya? Put that down, please. Put that down, please. Turn around. Put your hands behind your back. Put this stuff down. Hands behind your back, please. Just relax.
195.
You're under arrest. Huh? You're under arrest.
Okay.
Can you let go of that, please?
Oh.
Anything on your person that's gonna poke me or stick me or anything like that?
Pardon me?
Any sharp objects on your person? Any weapons?
No. Jackknife. Oh.
Jackknife, no problem. Alright, pull the squad out.
Inside the auto parts box Jeffrey was carrying with him, officers would find a prescription pill bottle containing meth, a full syringe, and a bottle of lubricant amongst other items. It takes a certain level of depravity not only to want to assault and traumatize a young boy, but to want to get him hooked on drugs as well. But it gets even worse when officers see what's inside of Jeffrey's car.
Back in action. Alright, sir. Let me walk out here, please. Where's this car?
I'm very claustrophobic. Can you put this in the car?
I can't.
Huh?
I can't. Have a seat, please.
Just drives me nuts.
Sure. I understand it's uncomfortable.
You can't
Come
put
off.
them in front?
No, I can't.
How long are they going to be on?
Not long. You okay?
Yep.
There you go.
How you do this?
Yep. Just lift that other leg up.
Oh, this is very claustrophobic.
Can you slide over a little bit more, please? We're not going far.
I mean, I ain't trying to make excuses. I know I'm guilty here, but I can't deal with this.
I understand. We're just going a few blocks. Okay?
Truck obviously had nothing that kit, right?
Yeah.
Syringe and
Lube and stuff and yep. I'll take it to the PD. Lock up the shop here. You.
what this is. Jungle juice solvent cleaner. So just to get a picture of it. Yeah, I'm guessing those are supposed to be beads. I just want to make sure there's no dope in here. These are lubed up or gel.
Huh?
Hang on just a second. Okay. Walk this way in front of the car. Wait there, right there for a moment. This way. So what does that have to do with the meth?
Like I said, I don't use this stuff. I'm gay, I'm significant other, and one thing led to the next, and just wanted to fool around with this person.
Who is that person? So let me just tell you right now that I know absolutely every single intimate detail of today's events.
Yeah, you probably do according to the phone line.
Okay.
The phone texts.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've read every single one of them.
Yep.
100% familiar with what the intention was there. Okay.
Of
my
playing around.
Yep. Sexual acts. Yep.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Jeffrey tried to avoid accountability by using language that made his intentions sound less horrific than they actually were, and his perverted interests are the only thing he's denying accountability for.
I'm curious, one, is this the first time that you've done something like this with a minor?
I never. Why it went this far, I have no idea. On the internet, you know, what was it, a sex drive? Knew he was a minor, you know.
I mean, you had intimate knowledge of what we call boofing, which is anal insertion of methamphetamine via syringe.
I've heard of it. Yes.
And you described to him how it's done.
Yes.
Suggested it was a safer means of ingestion or use.
Yes.
Walk me through your knowledge base and how you know all that if you're not a user yourself.
Correct.
So.
What would you just say?
Walk me through your knowledge base and how you would know all that if you're not a user
Oh, just
yourself.
from this friend of mine has been telling me about it and a safer way of using it because he always does it, you know, in the vein. And I always said to him, I says, but you know what?
I mean, your terminology used suggested that you're very familiar with methamphetamine.
Jeffrey had sent the decoy a very detailed message about how to use meth, explaining that the drug was to be diluted with water and placed into a syringe. He even commented that the method was very, very safe and works well. But even after officers confronted Jeffrey with the evidence that he used, he continued to deny being involved with drugs.
Would you pass your analysis test today?
Oh yes, definitely. Yeah, I haven't for about years.
Okay.
I ain't scared to take a test.
Where did you get the methamphetamine from?
I don't know the name.
Well, I don't believe you.
Who did ask the question again?
Who did you purchase the methamphetamine from?
Okay.
And don't lie to me.
Do I need to answer it?
I want you to answer it.
Is it gonna help me?
It's not gonna hurt you. Where were you when you bought it?
Oh, I met him, and I guess I met him.
Where?
Oh, where I met him? The last time I met him.
Why are you lying about your personal meth habit?
Pardon me?
Why are you being dishonest about your use?
I don't use it. I don't use it. I'm not lying about it. I mean, you want to test me, or I do not use it.
You just buy it to share? Are you selling it?
No.
Okay, so obviously your intention today was to share it.
Share, yeah, that's a good word.
Yep.
But not for myself.
But it's yours. So you bought it. Who did you buy it from? You said you bought it
from him.
But he couldn't afford it. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, I don't know who he got it from. I gave him the money.
So he wanted meth. You gave him the money to go get it.
Yes.
So why do you have the meth? This isn't adding up. Help me understand.
Why did I have it?
Yeah.
I wasn't going to give it all to him. No.
Then I'm going to write a warrant for it. But if I go through it with your consent and
one way or another, you're going to get it, right?
I don't.
Be honest with me.
I won't speak for a judge, but I believe that there's sufficient probable cause to write a warrant to search your phone.
Go ahead and search it.
Okay, what's your passcode?
It's just face. Oh,
yeah, there's a passcode option.
Oh, shit. Did that work?
Yep. Let me ask you, when I go through your phone, is there going to be other individuals that you communicate with about methamphetamine or other underage persons that you're communicating about sexual acts? Can you offer any explanation as to why you think things went as far as they did today?
I don't know. It never, it just, person was online and chit-chatting back and forth, and, it made it sound legit, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I guess that's how you get hung up into shit like this. Why I did, no fucking idea. It shouldn't have. When I got up this morning, I thought, what in the fuck are you doing? The person admitted they were not of age, and I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. Okay. It wasn't right.
Are you sorry for what you did?
Pardon me?
Are you sorry for what you did?
Oh, I got halfway here and I almost turned around and went back. And I should have. Well, am I sorry I did it? Well, yes, definitely.
What was your plan when you got to Midas today?
Have some fun.
Want to expand on that? Obviously, you have some fetishes, golden shower, feet stuff.
Play around. Yeah.
Whatever that other person wanted to do.
I guess.
But perhaps the most disturbing aspect of the case is what Jeffrey professed to do for a living.
What do you do for a living?
Semi-retired, drive school bus, and work at the maintenance up, 10, 20, 30 hours a week. Not that much down there.
How long have you drove school bus for?
Oh, I did many 1,000 years ago, but then I went on the road in 5 years, 4 years, 5 years.
Current time you've been driving is about 5 years, but you did it prior to that.
I did it way back when my kids were young. Yeah, right now it's 4 or 5 years.
What do you think should happen to somebody in your shoes, too?
Kicked in the ass.
Some might agree, and some might say that's a little light. The interview wrapped up soon afterward, and Jeffrey was then taken to jail. Upon a thorough search of his phone, detectives not only turned up additional communications with minors, but they uncovered thousands upon thousands of images depicting people in the midst of intimate actions with animals. Jeffrey would be charged with child enticement by planning to give a minor drugs using a computer to facilitate a child sex crime and possession of methamphetamine. His bond would be set to $5,000. He left the state entirely shortly after the incident. If you thought potentially drugging a teenager was as crazy as it gets, then you haven't heard about Timothy Nielsen, who traveled across the country for a young girl and made it clear to police and her parents that he wasn't leaving without her.
She is 12 years old. That is her parent. He will forbid whatever he chooses. Am I clear on that?
12 is very old. I was looking for a 6-year-old.
The reason 43-year-old Timothy was reported to police goes all the way back to 2017. It was during that year that Timothy came across a small girl's arts and crafts YouTube channel. He immediately became infatuated with her and began leaving inappropriate comments under her videos. This would bring about a quick ending to her YouTube career as her parents took the channel down out of concern for their daughter's safety. But that wouldn't stop Timothy from spending the next 5 years hunting the young girl down. He attempted to contact her through fake profiles on different social networks, contacted people who knew her, and steadily gathered tidbits of information, which eventually led him to Brunswick, Ohio, where she lived. Without hesitation, Timothy made the multi-day cross-country trip from his home in Gresham, Oregon, to her suspected location. In the weeks that followed his arrival, Brunswick police began getting reports of a man in the area asking about the now 13-year-old girl. When police intercepted Timothy in the girl's neighborhood in July of 2022, the sickening suspect had actually been going door to door, explaining that he had been looking for a young girl he saw on YouTube, and when the police arrived, he was standing right in front of her home.
On someone's door trespassing?
Yeah, if you don't have permission to be on their property, absolutely. So why are you going door to door if you're trying to meet some girl from the internet for a date?
I've been after her for 5 years and I haven't heard nothing from her. If I find her one day, that's fine. If not, I can leave. I just want a no answer or a yes answer.
Yeah, well, going door to door isn't going to find her.
What am I going to do? Sit out here, wait for them to pull out of the driveway?
Well, you don't even know where she lives.
I know I do, but I had my cell phone taken away from me. Like, I was sleeping over there by the Walgreens.
Okay.
And in that night, someone took my cell phone from me. So I don't know which.
So what's your long-term plan here? Because I mean,
long-term plan.
We got several complaints about you coming up, knocking on people's doors, soliciting.
That's not right, man.
Well, that's why I'm here. I'm
not
just driving around.
That didn't happen. I'm just saying if I could get a yes or no answer for her, I would leave. You know.
I'm gonna venture to say if you haven't found her yet, it's probably a no.
How are you to say that, man? I don't know what address.
Well, because you don't know where she lives. You don't even know who she is.
Are you?
Are you from Oregon?
I am from Oregon.
Oh, you gotta take this guy in.
Why?
He's been harassing the 12-year-old daughter online.
That's not what she is?
Yeah.
You're gonna forbid me? Little children? My name is Ask Little Children.
Oh, God.
My God.
The FBI is involved in it, so
please. The FBI? You know what?
All right, hey, stop talking to him. All right, step down here on the street, get off this property. All right, I'll be with you in a second, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, so there's your answer. This girl you've been talking to is 12 years old. You're obviously an adult, so that conversation.
Hey, forbid them not.
She is 12 years old. That is her parent. He will forbid whatever he chooses. Am I clear on that?
12 is very old. I was looking for a 6-year-old.
All right, that's disturbing.
Unfortunately, Timothy's First Amendment right gives him the ability to make such an idiotic comment without being slammed into the patrol car. He's remarkably unashamed of his mission and doesn't seem convinced that he's doing anything wrong. His attitude towards the situation indicates a high probability that he'll offend again, which will work against him during sentencing.
You know what? Holy and profane, I'm holy. And so is my church, the Church of I Am Christ. I am Christ.
Right, what are you need to, what are you, homeless? You live in the area?
I'm homeless and a truck driver, and I'm
okay, do you have a truck around here?
I'm waiting to make some money, man.
Okay, how are you gonna make money?
Driving trucks, man.
Okay, do you have a truck down here?
No. When I get some, I'll get some money when I drive some trucks that got a Class A license.
Okay, but if you don't have a truck, how are you gonna make some money? All right, what's your first name, bub?
My name is As Little Children.
All right, what's your first name?
My name is As Little Children.
As Little Children?
That is my full name.
So your first name is Az?
My first name is Az.
Okay, is it A-Z-Z?
As in, as become as little children, or you will not enter the kingdom of heaven.
All right,
As that as.
That's not making any sense whatsoever.
Become as little children, or you will not enter the kingdom of heaven. That's what it is.
Okay,
Become as little children, or you will not enter the kingdom of heaven.
So what is your government?
Whatever you think is paying you, whoever you think is paying you, I can pay you more.
Well, you're not paying me.
I can pay you
I'm
more.
a city employee.
If it's money, that's fine.
So what is
if
your?
It's for diligency,
sir,
I'm here for my woman. And if she does not want me, I will leave right now forever.
Well, the father has said that you are not wanted, so you should leave forever.
Forbidden not. Forbidden not.
Well, that's not your place to say that you're not welcome here.
If he stayed and continues these antics, he'd be considered a trespasser amongst other things, and more quickly placed under arrest. However, after having traveled across the country, he didn't seem to care. In fact, the more he was told no, the more agitated and determined he became.
Forbidden not.
He's just highly agitated.
Forsake your sons, forsake your daughters, forsake your wives, forsake children. Do not forsake little children. I'm little children. And if you're an officer of the law, that's it. If you will die for Jesus, if you will die for Jesus, die for Jesus right now. If you want to have me taken in underneath the law, go ahead, because you want to fight for that badge right now, go ahead. I am the one Church of Christ who is Muslim and Christian, and we have the living God who has never died.
Okay.
And if you want to be on
14 headquarters.
Whatever, man. Whatever. Take. Go ahead. Who will lose their life for Jesus Christ will find it. I will lose my life for Christ any day.
Okay.
I bet you win it before me. I find it. Lose your life for Christ. Let me just walk out of here, man.
Okay. So what? Again, what's your long-term plan? So we put to bed this whole I'm looking for this girl I met on the internet. It's against the law. You can't have a relationship with a 12-year-old. So the father forbid it. You're not welcome on this property. So what is your long-term goal here, sir?
Right now, I need to go take a shit, man.
Okay. So after that, so where are you going to sleep tonight?
Not in the business. Not in the business, that's for sure.
Okay.
God,
but
now.
Timothy, listen. So apparently, according to dispatch, we've been dealing with you in this capacity for a couple weeks now.
I will leave forever if that's what's in her heart that says that I do not want this guy. I will leave forever, and that 5 years has been one girl has been a long time.
So would you agree with me that at 12 years old she's not?
I do not agree.
Okay. So I'm telling you that you're not to have any type of relationship.
Okay, as little children, right? Okay. She's going to be old one day and die.
So?
Because I will live forever, and I will kill myself down. I will kill myself.
Okay. So are you making threats to harm yourself?
No, I'm not.
Are you sure? Because you just said I'll kill myself.
Without her, I will one day.
Well, we're all going to die one day.
Right. And I hope my day is soon.
Okay. Why is that?
I'll be diligent with you, sir.
Okay, I appreciate that. But so why do you think you? I mean, we're all going to die one day. But I mean, you understand she's 12, but I understand from you that doesn't make a difference.
But you don't understand God. With men, things aren't possible. With God, all things are possible. All things.
I understand that. I mean, that's what they say.
And I want to know what's in her heart. Her heart.
Okay. So at 12 years old, if she says, yes, I'm in love with this.
Don't give me all that stuff, man. I've been with one girl all these years.
I'm trying to understand where you're coming from.
Or gone whoring around with other girls. I've been with one girl this whole year.
Okay. And where's that girl at?
2 girls. Okay. All these years. Okay. All these years. I tried to build this church. One church is all that's left. It's because God has never died. He's always living. He's a living God, and he has never died. He escaped that death. When he came back and he was like crying, he said, "What you guys doing all sleeping? Let's go." That's God for you. And he drives the biggest ship around here. And they're going to be on the mast for me. Back mast, front mast, my 2 girls. I will never harm anybody. I'm putting nobody in danger.
Okay.
I could maybe just take a date with no sex. I'm not looking for sex. Maybe just a date from coffee or something, man. Just to meet her on the very...
Do you think 12-year-olds drink coffee?
I'll buy her dinner, dude.
After having been given numerous chances to leave, it became apparent to officers that Timothy wasn't going to do that. But one thing was for certain, he wasn't about to stay there.
I mean, so he's homeless. I mean, These parents, like, I guess he found out mom's cell phone. I guess he called mom's cell phone a couple weeks ago, and like now he knows where they live. And so like they're petrified.
So there's no way the mom is on the internet in some capacity. This guy's after the mom, is he?
No, it's definitely the kids. It's definitely the kids. Yeah, I'm fearful for this little girl's safety. Apparently the FBI got involved like 5 years ago, and like apparently this agent, and I mean I don't have all the details about it, we just talked briefly, but apparently, you know, all the they were involved, said it's a mental situation. Yeah, but the FBI guy's like, he basically told the family, he goes, he lives in Oregon, I wouldn't worry too much about it, and here he is on their front porch. All right, Mr. Nielsen, I told you I would do you one favor. I did speak with the 12-year-old, and I know while you said that you don't care if they're 6 years old, 12 years old, it's what you feel in your heart. She wants nothing to do with you. No.
Do you believe it came from her?
I talked to her. I talked to her specifically.
Do you believe it came from her? She wasn't under distress at all?
Well, no, she's not under duress.
How do you know?
Because I was in the house.
How do you know she's not under duress right now?
Okay.
How do you know she's not under duress? Huh?
Put your hands on your back. Put your hands on your back. We're not gonna have you acting up like this.
That's erratic?
Step this way. It doesn't matter. Yours is probably easier to get into.
I've done nothing.
Without further negotiations, he was placed in the back of a police car and taken to jail, charged with importuning and 2 counts of menacing by stalking, both of which were felonies. 5 months later, he would be given the maximum sentence of 4.5 years in prison, and upon release, he'll be under extended supervision for 5 years and has to be registered as a Tier 1 offender. If you enjoyed this video, watch this one, and don't forget to subscribe.